Welcome back to Crypto Bully Bear channel where there's only fun decoding and no financial advice. So I'm just gonna give you a little short end of my journey and what I really feel bullish on in the upcoming months. So, for instance, I'm super bullish on silver. I don't know. I feel from what I read and seen and heard, I foresee silver passing gold maybe. But silver is definitely going to take a nice jump, I feel. And I think it's going to be soon, maybe sometime this year. Um, what else can I say? The more research I do, the more I fall in love with XPR, you know? Just, from reading what they're doing, what they're building, what they're set up, waiting for, things that they have lined up. I just see that they have their eggs very well lined up, and they're ready for adoption whenever the green light comes. They are fully ready. And like I said, these guys are trying to be the first bank, so if they're set up to be a bank, why wouldn't the banks want to deal with them or partner up with them? So just something to keep in mind that I've kept in my mind myself. The CEO from Metal also emphasizes that he knows that the competition is fierce out here, and he knows that he has to bring it 10 times harder, 10 times stronger, looked over 10 times, before he can put it out. He understands that this is not try to get my stuff out there first. It's trying to get my stuff out there correctly. Like I said, he sits back, he looks at the best technologies, and he dissects them, and he looks for the flaws, and he fixes the little flaws, and he actually creates some, like, the perfect software. From my eyes, anyway, from what I'm seeing. That's just my opinion, anyway. It's, everybody has their own opinion, Everybody sees, Rosie Rio going over to Ripple and everything like that, and I'm like, yeah, I see it too. And that's great, because, there might be a blockchain that was running on Ripple that might maybe need a currency stamp. So, necessarily has to be XRP. It could be XRP. It could be XLM. They're a nonprofit organization. There's nobody there to profit, really. So, I don't know. We can just speculate. And that's what, my channel's all about. Just speculation, having fun, just decoding, This is all free stuff anyway, We're just trying to have fun, And I feel heavy for XLM too. XLM, as you heard me say before, he had the CEO actually asked the CEO from Proton to help him launch his project. So there's a lot of good things under the CEO Metals belt. And for the most part, the most important part is that I see XPR moving faster than XRP. Because like I said, they're doing big things, Ripple. We see them all over the place. So that being said, if they're the one, then it's going to take a while for them to get into the top dog position. You know what I mean? Again, these are just my opinions. I'm not saying I'm correct. So that being said, I see Elon Musk using, and I had said this before, that Elon will use Proton. So something I seen, and that shit's from the 80s, So with me seeing Elon and him in 22 talking about his X.com project, and he never brought it out, and he's like, oh my God, it's been over 22 years. Like, why not have it out now? And he's not a guy to kind of slack, so I know he's going to work fast, and I'm pretty sure he's going to have this new USA type WeChat up and running by the end of this year. So with that being said, I can see things like Shiba and Doge, Proton all being part of the payment system on Twitter or whatever they're going to call it. And if they are, then I can definitely see like $1. Maybe they start off 25 cents because there's so many tokens. But I can definitely see 10 cents. I mean, easily 10 cents passing. I mean, the thing is sub zero. It's you're getting 20th of a penny, you know? So you're literally getting almost like 5 for a penny. So, I mean, those are the type of investments I love to get into. You know what I mean? Like under a penny, and then like every penny pumps, your portfolio's like doubling or tripling. Like that shit is fucking sexy as fuck to me. You know, when you see a penny pop, and when it's pumping a penny, every penny, it's like boom, your portfolio's 2 times more, 2 times more, 2 times more. You know, in some of the instances, if you caught XPR under, sub 002, 0.002, then you're almost 5 times in your freaking money. You put in $100, it's $500 every penny it pumps. And like I said, if it's going to be through the banks, marketing is nothing. I think they need to spend more time and make sure that they perfect everything. They have everything in order so the banks feel as comfortable as possible partnering up with a crypto company. So, and like I said, with all these bull runs, we only had retail people. We didn't have banks really supposedly buying into this shit. So all these bull runs, I would jump in, a few dollars, XRP from 0.006 cents to almost $3.84. That's just retail people spending a couple of thousand here, a couple of thousand there. Now we're talking about banks here, I know people are like, oh, marketing. I don't think once banks start using them and holding them, the sheep will follow. Everybody will be like, oh, well, the banks are doing it, so that's it. The banks are good enough for me. If they're doing it, then I'm doing it, and that's the marketing right there. And they don't have to spend any energy or money wasted on marketing to get anybody in, because even though they're trying to get the unbanked, right now they're trying to get banked. They're trying to get known, because once they get banked, the unbanked just comes in, no problem. I mean, the bank will probably come in too, but they want to feel comfortable what they're doing. So if they see the banks doing it and they can understand that they can do it without a bank, then easily enough, people would jump right on once these banks start adopting Proton and Metal blockchain. So, and then once that happens, I will take a nice, piece of the chunk, and I'll buy back my position that I was in before. Like I said, and again, you guys get all wild up when I say that I sold half of my XRPs to buy XPRs. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm not telling you anything. I'm not even giving you financial advice. That's every time it's said in the beginning of the channel. So just take it easy and relax. I think I give you that much. And there's a big bang coming. There's a big bang coming. So you want to look at the websites for Proton. You might not find what you're looking for. You might not find the evidence that's going to switch you over or have you feel comfortable investing. You're going to have to sit down and you're going to have to go through some of these AMAs and the interviews with the CEO from Metal blockchain and listen to what he's got to say. Okay? And listen to what he's got to say. So, he makes a lot of promises, and I see a lot of things happening that he talks about. So, anyway, that's really about it. I just want to give you a few things that I'm bullish on. So, silver I'm bullish on. I know long-term physical metals, period, I don't think are going to be worth shit anyway, because if you're running away or if you're doing something, carrying a brick of gold around is kind of nuts if you think about it. So, I think everything's just going to be digital and just move value through data. Everything is just going to be data. Again, it's just my opinion. Again, that's all I know. And that's it. So I'm going to just get working on the next decode on the real steel. I did notice a few things, so I'm kind of glad that I kind of held off on these killer decode videos that I was going to put out, is because, I'm finding some other things that I can add, and it just makes it a little bit more fun. So, but I promise you that the wait is going to be well worth it. Anyway, thank you for liking, watching, and subscribing. And let's go. I feel like something's about to brew. I really feel something's about to brew. April time, anywhere from this point on to April time, anything can happen. And just watch out for midnight, February 1st, midnight. You know, Taylor Swift is coming out with a lot of music, something with midnight. There's always a lot of things with midnight. The Economics magazine had something on the cover with a clock. It was struck on midnight, 12. So, you know, we always talk about overnight, you know, and the number 14, I don't know. 14, the dates I would think of is Valentine's weekend. I think it's a big date. I thought it was maybe the beginning of New Year's because of the riddle. And I think that riddle was celebrating because some of those things reach all-time lows around Christmas time. So that could be a celebration that you were picking these things up for a real steal. So, you know what I mean? You were picking it. It was at 0013. So you were almost picking them up, almost like 6 of them for a penny. I mean, that's freaking insane. 6 of them for a penny. Anyway, you know, especially when you do your dive and you see the progress, you see what they're trying to do, you see that they're trying to be the first bank. You know, there's a lot of things that this guy Marshall is trying to do. If you didn't know, he actually donated to the First Bank of America, and they turned it into a museum. He was the guy that actually put out the CARES Act in 2020. And just to add a little bit to that, Marshall, like I said, put out this 2020 CARES Act, and somebody from Phoenix helped them push the bill. So you see, when we talk about the Phoenix is rising, we tell you in Gematria that XPR is the only coin that says that. All right? In my coming up videos, I'm going to show you a little bit more how the Phoenix is connected with Proton, okay? So, again, you do your research and go see who helped Marshall put in the bill, where the guy was from. All right? Thank you for liking, watching, subscribing.